watching TV. I really want her to get up and make some leave. Step out the house fresh when I go and get the bag. Popping bottles, popping tags. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag.
Hey social media fans, it's your boy Ugn B, and welcome back to our growing YouTube channel where we drop dope new content every single Thursday. So guys, I got my boy Eric Hunter in the building. What's up, E-Dog? That's my boy. So Eric Hunter, he does everything. He has all the jobs, y'all. I'm telling you, he is a filmmaker. He's a producer. You former club owner. You also have the streaming network as well. What jobs don't you have, man?
Not many. I do a lot.
He does do a lot. Me and Eric came to know each other from the O'Shea television series that you guys see me posting all the time. So this is the visionary behind that, and he's going to give us the details, the inside scoop on that project. So Eric, I'm just so glad to have you here, man. I do have to ask you a question though.
Yes.
You know, with O'Shea and everything, and we're going to go into detail about how you came through with that vision. Why did you choose me to be in O'Shea?
Look, this is why I chose Eugene. First thing, it was a recommendation by Antron. I gotta give him his just doing that.
Shout out to Antron. Thank you so much. That's my brother. What's up, Antron?
All right. Second part was the beard. I was like, this dude has his beard, so I was like, oh yeah, Ali's a hardcore character. Whoever this dude is rough around the edges. I said, when I meet him, I gotta be careful because that beard is very Rick Ross.
See, you know what? I'm not supposed to play with him. I'm not supposed to play with him.
And that was it.
Yes, my character is rough around the edges, so y'all know that is not me in real life. So whenever y'all see this on screen, you know it's all acting.
Great actor too.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So Eric, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and particularly how you got here to Houston?
Definitely. My name is Eric Hunter, Eric DePaul Hunter, that's my middle name. I have 3 beautiful boys. I live here in Houston, here in Houston. I have a wonderful girlfriend that I am with, so I have a great relationship. I am a actor, when I want to be, director, writer, producer, inventor, innovator, and businessman. I'm really passionate about my crafts. And I came to Houston, I guess, man, through some tragedies and then through, some triumphs, I was born here in Houston, and by the time I was 5, we moved to Big Spring, which you probably don't know about, but it's a nice little town outside of, the city limits here, some ways out, it's country, and that's where I got my country in me, so I grew up being loud, and but I was different. I used to say dude all the time, and man, and I was a different kind of kid, but grew up, and I went through some tragedy. I was actually shot in the head when I was 7, or when I was like 6. I was shot in the head by a pellet BB gun. The pellets about this big. Went through my skull here, lodged into my head on the backside right here, and if they would have taken it out, it would have killed me. So they said we have to leave it in. So from there, my mom picked us up and we went to Colorado. And from there, I grew up. I grew up from 7 to 25 before I moved to Houston. And I went through a lot of ups and downs. I grew into who I was supposed to be, and learned a lot about life. The reason that I moved here to Houston is through another tragedy, surrounding guns. I went through a massacre. This guy James Holmes, he came into a movie theater and he basically created havoc, and he changed my life forever. He came in and shot up the movie theater, committing one of the worst American mass shootings in history. And from there, I learned a couple things about myself. I learned that I wasn't happy with where I was as far as I didn't do it. I haven't done enough yet. I didn't want to die. I wanted to help people. And from there, I said, you know what? We're gonna pick up. We're gonna go to Houston. We're gonna go home. we're gonna start over, get a fresh start, and we're gonna make this thing happen. And from there, Dolo Go was birthed. One of my inventions and one of my companies. I was into film, got into film when I was in Colorado, so I wanted to bring that to Houston. And O'Shea was born. That's where it was really birthed out of, the tragedy.
Gotcha. So you had mentioned earlier that O'Shea is really you. So can you kind of go into a little bit of detail about what the premise is around O'Shea and what can the viewers expect from O'Shea on that particular platform?
Definitely. I would be glad to do that. O'Shea is me. The reason why I say that is, before the shooting happened, I was working in a hospital, I was working in the medical field, I was in radiology, doing my thing, it was cool, and I wanted to become a councilman for my city. And I had all these different ideas and all these different ways of looking at life and looking at society and people and things that could change and how we can be better and be united and certain things that, needed to be thrown away. So I started going on, rounds with these different doctors in the hospital. And I would talk to them and say, let me talk to some of these rich people and see what they think about my ideas. Mm-hmm. So I started talking to them, asking, hey, if somebody was to implement this or change this, within the city, how do you feel? How do you feel about the people who are on the streets and that need help, and if they're different, if we were to help them in a different way? How do you feel about this and that? And well, what if I implemented this and I ran for council person? Would you support me? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, I'll throw my fish out there, my hook in there, and see if I can get some fish. And I got surprising reactions. He said I would love that. Yeah, I love this and all of that. I would definitely support you. Mm-hmm. So from there I learned that it wasn't about the class that you're in. It wasn't about how much money you had. It wasn't about any of that. It was about ideas and if these people fall on the same side as you. From there I said, I want to run for councilman. And I was going to do that, and then the shooting happened, and that kind of changed my life to where I was doing these interviews and certain things that was happening in the city. The city was linked to the shooting, and then people hacked into my Facebook, which was locked at the time, and they got pictures and information. They made these creepy YouTube videos. You can find them now. It's crazy. They made these videos about me, saying I'm a military Illuminati actor, and saying that all this stuff that you see in his interviews are fake, and that's a fake green screen, and he's fake, and these people need to die, and all this stuff. So it kind of deterred me. But from there, I said, you know what? I'm going to put all these ideas and these thoughts and everything that I have, and I'm gonna put it into one character. And it's not to boast myself up, but everything that you see on screen, these ideas and these ways of looking at life and the different things that make up O'Shea, that's who I am. That's who I wanted to be.
Gotcha. That's deep. That's really deep. So you talked about this this wonderful, this dynamic television series, y'all. It is amazing, and it's so much fun working with you. I have to give you your props because I work with a lot of producers and everything, and every producer that I think that I work with, I just adore. Like the vision that you guys have to take something that's literally in your head and then to build it out to where these characters are embodying it. It's a lot of work that goes into this, guys. Like, you may think that, oh, it's just an actor or whatever the case may be, but you have so much responsibility, so I really, my hat goes off to you in the way that you direct, the way that you lead. And whenever I'm working with you, I'm always like, well, how can I help? Just, what can I do to help out, and things like that. So I'm definitely riding this way. So let me ask you this question about O'Shea. Where do you see this progressing to?
Okay. So that's gonna lead me. So you wanted me to give you the exclusive earlier, and I can give you one in this way. So, and that's a perfect segue. With O'Shea, this is going to be a universe, and a lot of people don't know that, but it's going to be a universe. It's called the OCU, and it's the O'Shea Cinematic Universe. So, what that's going to consist of is 5 different spinoffs, and these spinoffs are going to follow these different characters out of the O'Shea proper show. The main show is going to follow those characters into their own lives, right? What I'm doing is I'm creating these political heroes. So all of these different shows are like, they're all intertwined and connected. So think about like Marvel and the MCU. You have. So what I'm doing is I'm making a universe, and this universe is the universe of political heroes. So political activist heroes. So you have the Gorillas, which is with Frank, and he's like the Punisher. So he's punishing all these different people who hate minorities, or getting away with basically, oppressing these minorities and he's punishing them. O'Shea is like, I'm not violent. Frank is like, I'm very violent. And I don't have any problem being violent because my way gets results. That's how he feels. You have the Black Stallions, a strong black female group who are full of lawyers. They're all lawyers, and they're strong, and they'll handle things for people if they're being taken advantage of, if they're being looked over, if it looks like say somebody's gonna get the death penalty for something they didn't do. Black Stallions are there, but they're also able to handle themselves. You can't come for them because they will handle you. So it's a strong black group, and it's showing these black women in a different way. It's showing these black women as strong, beautiful, but intelligent, using their brains. You have the Sanchez show, which is about being black and brown in America, about being black and brown and married in America, about being brown in America, and how you have to go through all these different hurdles and these hoops full of fire just to live, just to breathe, just to feel like you're a part of something. And then you have Flashpoint Hospital, which is about racism in the medical community, and about how the fact that people get looked over and they don't get treated because they're black or they're brown or they're Asian, because that happens every day. And it's about these different doctors who are fighting for that. They're fighting. They're going to bring you in. They're going to let you. They're going to let you live. They're going to make sure that you're safe. They're going to help you. And then on top of that, you're seeing all these different political heroes go into that hospital, go into that practice, and get counseling. So you're seeing imagine if you could get tape on Martin Luther King or Malcolm X and them being in a therapy session. Imagine that. Imagine them being in some kind of counseling or therapy session. And you can get to be a fly on the wall. That right there is powerful. We need to get that out to people. We need people to see that. We need people to see what the psyche is of these different people who are fighting for us, leading. Are they scared? Are they not scared? Are they going through? What is it? And then you have the last one, and this is another exclusive. The last one that I added on as the last piece is called Luminaries. And Luminaries is basically about this group of young leaders. And you have Ali, you don't know about it yet. He's just now finding out about this.
And let me just tell y'all on this, like I'm telling y'all for real. Like some people are asking, when is the stuff coming out? You're like, what's this episode gonna be like and all that? You do not know any of this stuff. Like I literally get a script, and whenever I get my script, I get a couple of pages, and that's it. So there are scenes that you guys are gonna see. I'm going to be skipping this one.
Good.
I'm like, it's 4 days and I haven't heard from Corey. And I'm sitting up there like, where's Corey at? Who is I don't even know who Corey is. So I have to take all this direction from, that's why I say these guys are amazing with giving you the direction because they see the vision, but you don't see it. It's kind of like, that whole, fence effect. The director sees right over the fence and then you only see the fence, right? So that's kind of how it is with acting. So a lot of the times you're really having to embody a character that you really don't know everything about. You don't know how this story is going to, you got to be very flexible. So I just have to put that in there.
And he's right. Look at it like this. With this show, Luminaries, he's going to be grooming these young leaders, him and O'Shea, but it's mainly him, grooming these young leaders to go into the worst neighborhoods in Houston. The worst neighborhoods across America, because we have some things expanded. But the worst neighborhoods, and talk to the most notorious gang leaders and change their mind and stop this violence and bring them to the side of good. Now, sometimes these young leaders can't handle it. So Ali has to go in there and handle it. Sometimes they can handle it. Ali, hey Frank, I need you to go down. Boom. So you have, and what it is it's showing these young men and women in an intelligent way, using their intelligence to go and make change in the world. And that's something that our young people need to see. Yeah. We young, but we need people younger than us to see that. So with this, we're building this world. It's OCU, and this is how things are happening, guys. There's a lot of people who think that, nothing's happening with O'Shea or it's taken. Look, you see us now, and I'm gonna tell you, we popping right now. It's happening. But understand that this is like 4 to 5 years in the making. This is not something that we just started last year. So what I say by that is, we're working on a different strategy, and I'm glad that you're giving me this platform to say this, because I want people to understand this. The strategy for O'Shea and how we're doing things is, we have, in comparison, this is a comparison. We have certain shows and certain movies that are made in a month, in a week, in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months. That's great, but we have a long-term, vision here. So my thing here is, we're gonna take our time. You understand me? And the results we're getting from taking our time are monumental. They're not the regular results. We have great people from, some great places that are getting ready to drop a lot with us and change the whole game. So I'll tell you this, O'Shea is going to be releasing over a course of 6 months. That's a difference. And what's going to happen here is you're going to have a release, and then a month and a half later, you're going to get the second episode. A month and a half. And the reason why we're doing that is we're allowing this to build. We're allowing a fever pitch, fandom to grow, because we don't have that kind of money that Hollywood has. So we can't do that kind of marketing all at once. You understand me? You get where I'm going here? So we have to build this up over a course of months. That's how we're going to get people to jump on this bandwagon month after month after month to the finale.
Yeah.
And what happens after that finale? Now you got Sanchez coming out. You got the Black Stallions coming out. You got Gorillas coming out. You have Luminaries coming out, one after another. These are 5-minute, 5-episode shows, miniseries. So you're gonna have one show coming out after another. What happens after that? As soon as that last miniseries airs, O'Shea proper is coming right back behind it. We are gonna take out all the air in the industry with this. They gotta see us. We're gonna make sure they see us. There's no way you can miss us. And there's nobody else out there doing this. And I'm making a statement by doing this show and doing it this way. I'm creating a universe and I'm showing that, hey, and that's another exclusive, right? So with this universe, every mini-series that's coming out, I'm putting somebody on, I'm giving somebody a shot. So you have different directors for every show. Some of them, they've been wanting to direct something for a while. Now they get a chance to direct this. So now you have these different directors coming on. What are we doing on top of that? We're bringing in different writers, okay? So all I'm doing is show writing. I'm overseeing them, helping them.
Come on, Tyler Perry.
So right now, what I want to do is I want to offer Eugene the opportunity to direct Luminaries. Will you co-direct that?
Look, you got me on camera. Because
check this out. I know where you're at. So this is what I want to do. I want to give you a chance to be an assistant director on there with a director. And I think with that 1-2 punch, I think that's going to be something special.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go. There you go.
You know I got your back like Cairo Pratt. That's my brother. So thank you so much, man. I just appreciate you for thinking so highly of me and always seeing the vision in me. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I will not let you down. All right. So so if you can tell the people out there, because when this show actually airs, we're going to be having a premiere in a couple of days later.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a premiere, and what we're going to do at this premiere is we're going to launch this show. Okay, we're going to launch the show to the world, and you have to be at this premiere. You can't miss this premiere. Because with this premiere, you're going to have great people, great food, and you're going to have a lot of special announcements. Now with that, you're going to be able to see this show, this amazing show. There's all these different actors that put together and worked hard. Blood, sweat, tears, parts, everything that you can think of. I'm being serious. I smelled a couple of them.
You so silly, man. I'm not disappointed with him.
But no, it's real though. It's real. It's a lot of hard work that's gone into this. Over a course of 4 to 5 years, we've gotten this far. And you're gonna see, the combination of all that hard work. You're gonna meet these actors. You're gonna be able to hear them talk about their roles. You're gonna be able to hear them talk about how it was making these different characters come to life. You're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from my crew, my production team. You're gonna hear from a lot of different perspectives on this show. And on top of that, you're gonna get to see for the first time ever, the teasers for every single show, mini show, spin-off that we have coming. So you're not gonna want to miss this. This is gonna be a special event that you're not gonna forget. We have this event being put on at Grooves here in Houston, Texas. And managing and putting this show on is Jason and Brian, which is they're great at what they do. They're on executive producing, doing the lighting for the show, and now they're putting on this show here at Grooves. So it's gonna be a Hollywood type of event. And it's gonna be special, and it's gonna be something that means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me if you guys come and support. We're offering something that we believe the world needs, and you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on knowledge. You can't put a price on giving people food for their brain to eat, and that's what the show. This is not just another show. Understand me when I tell you this. This is something that, and this is not from me and I'm hyping. No, this is something that people need to see, they need to hear, they need to know, especially in the times that we're in. We need people to understand these things, that you're strong, that you can do a lot, that you don't have to be marginalized or oppressed. And that's what O'Shea is giving. So when we price this at $20, 22 with tax, 40 at the door, there's a reason for that. A lot has went into this project. And people like Eugene, at the end of the day, they have to eat. And you guys are helping them. further the dream. You're helping them stay as these characters and bring them to life. So when you give to this project, when you support us by coming to the premieres, by supporting us,
sharing it on your Instagrams and your Facebooks and your social medias,
on all your social medias, you're helping this project. You're helping people further their career. You're helping us continue to bring this story to life and continue to get the message out there. Because we have to have people like Eugene and like myself to put this message out to the world. It's important. So understand that you are a part of the process. And you guys are very important to us. And we thank you guys, every last one of you, for looking, sharing, liking, commenting. Even if you don't like us and you bash us, we like that too. that helps us get better. Because I take every supposed negative comment, I make it mad for a second, but I say, you know what? That's gonna make me better. Let me handle this, let me do that. So we thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, social distancing is required, and you also have to make sure that you're wearing your mask. This COVID is real, guys. So definitely do that. And then if you want to get your tickets, go ahead and go to eventbrite.com, and that's where you can purchase your tickets. We'll put the links down below. So I know we don't have very much time, Eric, but I do want to just touch on one of the things. I just released a video earlier. We were talking about the Broke Ghost Hunter. So that's another series that you got coming out that you have me a part of, which was very fun to shoot, y'all. I'm telling you, it was, y'all. When y'all see this, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to put that on social media or anything. It's intense.
Okay, so look, all right, just understand where I'm coming from. You got me looking foolish.
Just real brief.
No, this is why I just went on it. And y'all, look, understand me. I just went on this whole thing like, we gotta get the message out. It's all about, and now you see Broke Ghost Hunters, and we just doing a whole bunch of just.
It is hilarious.
It's funny. It's hilarious. It's comedy. It's about. Okay, so a couple things, and I'm gonna have it. We're gonna joke a little bit, and then we'll get serious. This is a show about these broke ghost hunters using anything they can to hunt these ghosts. And the thing about it is they terrify the ghost. And the only thing they got on them is a little flashlight and their iPhone. Now on this iPhone, we got ghost detectors, okay? These are very serious ghost hunters. They went to Ghost Community College, it's real. Now you have Eugene.
Don't give him too much. Just talk about the project. Y'all ain't gonna believe
Y'all gonna be surprised. You got Eugene out here being a character. But at the end of the day, this show is gonna be funny. It's gonna fill you up with laughs, and you know, shout out to the Railroad Museum in Galveston. They hosted us. They allowed us to shoot there. Great place, great.
And it's really haunted.
It's really haunted. We really experienced things. But at the end of the day, you see his face? No, but at the end of the day, this project it's a passion project, and they're on board with that. The first Broke Ghost Hunters, which I really encourage you guys to go watch. It was done with Gregory Nicholas, who passed away
in the midst of production.
Yeah, we had just finished the first episode. He passed away, you know, tragic. So everything we do with Broke Ghost Hunters is dedicated to him. The Railroad Museum has agreed to, you know, jump on board and support that because of that. They love the story. They love the fact that you know, he was so passionate about film and life overall. So when you watch it, laugh, have a good time. It's a little raunchy, it's funny, but know that you know any money that we make when we release that, because we will release it at like 99 cents per view. But any money that you when you purchase that, you watch it, you know, a portion of these proceeds are going to his kids for a college fund, and a portion of the proceeds when we make O'Shea is going toward his kids as well, because you know, little known fact, you know, Gregory was the first O'Shea. He was the first O'Shea, and you know, he started this whole thing, you know, a long time ago with him, and he's the one who tapped Antron Harris to be O'Shea.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. He said, "Man, that's O'Shea," because we worked with him on a show called Too Deep, and when we seen Antron act, I was like,
no, I just have to say this. I just have to say it because it just needs to be said. You know, sometimes people out here, and they think it's all about them. You know, if you're in a position to where you say you're not working in your purpose, don't be afraid to go ahead and hand that off to somebody else who who is in their purpose, you know what I'm saying, or that role may belong to, you know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish. And it's very important that you stay in tune to who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, all right? So I just had to put that out there because that was so deep that he was in this role that is going huge, it's viral.
Right.
But he saw the need somewhere else and he pushed it to someone else, and and this is crazy. And you know, unfortunately, he's no longer here with us, but he gave that gift to someone else. So I just think that's remarkable. But you know, I have a little game before we go. We're gonna have to lighten up the mood a little bit. All right, I got a little game for you, okay? This little game that we're doing right here, I'm gonna ask you about 5 questions, okay? Since you're in the movie industry and all of that stuff, I wanna see if you know your movies, okay? So I need you to name this line, okay? Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care what's going on in the hood. Okay, ding, he got it. All right.
Embarrass me.
Okay, all right.
He set me up with that. Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even know until today that O'Shea was actually, you know, birthed from Ice Cube. I didn't know that.
Get your life together.
All right, I got another question for you. Y'all ready? Okay, I got another question. So, what's the name of the 1994 romance drama that was shot here in Houston, written by Bobby Smith Jr., directed by Doug McHenry, and starred Alan Payne and Jada Pinkett?
Alan Payne and Jada Pinkett. Wait a minute.
Eric, come on now, really? Relax. How can you say? So he always tell me, relax. How you not gonna know this one?
Alan Payne, Jada Pinkett. Give me one more person.
What's his name? That was married to that went with Salt and Pepper. Flex, Trick. What is his name? Trek.
Look.
You cannot be from Houston and not know.
I told you I grew up in Colorado. I wasn't from here.
Okay, Coach Jason's lyric. How do you not know this?
I'm not a fan.
Y'all, we almost not friends no more. Okay, let's do another one. All right. So what was Wesley Snipes' What was Wesley Snipes' name? What was Wesley Snipes' name in the 1991 romantic drama Jungle Fever?
Dang.
Do you know these questions might be a little bit too old for you because you know you ain't but about 2 years old. Usually I'm the person that they always say you ain't nothing but 2 years old.
Y'all see how this? See, I know other classics. I know other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know. You know what I'm saying? I know that movie. I know More Better Blues. I know Jungle Fever. I know these things. I just
answer the question, Eric. Answer the question. If you're a G, you'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Tyrone Sanders.
It's not that. That is not it. The correct answer is Flipper Purify. Okay.
Tyrone Sanders sound like a real black man.
You heard me say it was Jungle Fever. Now wait a minute. All right. So let me give you this. And I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna go a little bit easy on you. So, Marcus, darling. What movie is that?
I know it, but I don't know.
Eric,
I know. Wait.
Eric, I'm done.
Wait a minute. This
Marcus, darling, you don't know that.
I do, but I'm on the spot, and these lights is hot, and I feel like I've been bamboozled, I've been hoodwinked, I've been led astray.
Answer the question. What movie is this?
I didn't land on these questions. These questions landed on me.
Man, you wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you again. Golly, I thought this was gonna be at least really easy for you. That's Boomerang. Boomerang. You don't know Marcus, darling?
Bruh, don't ever put me on no show like this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you got one. You got one more. You got one more, and I'm gonna give you a little hint.
You gonna start me off with Boys in the Hood, knowing every black man in America know that, and they hit me with all this other
because you thought. See, that's what happens. You thought you came in here. You thought that you knew everything, so you got confident, right?
Dang.
You got cocky, didn't you?
Oh, the real truth coming out. Think I know everything.
Okay. All right. So Mortimer, we're back.
Who?
Mortimer, we're back.
Huh?
Mortimer, we're back.
What do you call me?
What movie is that from?
What's a Mortimer?
Mortimer, we're back.
Is this your accent?
It's the accent.
Okay, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't know what the hell Mortimer is.
Yeah, you wrong
What the
again.
hell is
And I
Mortimer?
I was giving you a little hint. The movie is coming out again. Coming to America.
Okay. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Now we're gonna flip the script. We're gonna flip the script around.
No, this is my show. You gonna come up here and tell me.
No, you gonna be on bamboozle me in front of all of America.
We're gonna cut to a commercial. All right, y'all. We love y'all for watching. We thank y'all so much for coming in and tuning in to the Ugn B show, where we drop dope new content every single Thursday on our growing YouTube channel. This was an amazing show, and thank you so much, Eric, for coming over here and entertaining me with my games and all of this stuff. But I just wanted to have a little fun with you, so I really do appreciate you for everything that you do, man. And don't be late.
Y'all catch part 2 of this because it's happening again. Don't worry about it.
All right, we love y'all for watching. Peace.
I messed that up. I messed it up. I did this.
It's just somebody's fat boy swag.